My name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm running for Brooklyn Borough President.
Okay. And for those who don't know, why are you running for Brooklyn Borough President?
Uh, Thank you for the question. This is a very good question. I've been a public servant all my life. I'm a medical doctor by training, and I've been taking care of people for all area of life. And also, what I've been doing is to try everything possible to improve the quality of life of people and to better the communities where I used to live. I've created in several countries different organizations to help and to empower the young people, including in Belgium, Mexico, and United States, where in Brooklyn, I have created a non-for-profit organization called YES, Youth for Education and Sport, because I know the importance of young people in our society. We always say that the young people, they're the future of the society. And I know that the young people, in order for them to become the future leaders of this nation, or of this society, or this civilization, we need to provide them with positive opportunities and alternative. We need to help them grow up and become the best person that they can become. And also, as a medical doctor, I believe that health is the most precious gift that we receive from God. I've been doing everything that I could do to provide resources to hospital in order for them to provide the best quality of health possible. And let me say that I got a long track record of working together with partners to create affordable housing in my district. We have created together more than 1,000 affordable housing. And as we speak, they are constituent in my district. We who had the opportunity to buy the apartment for only $252,500. They bought the apartment only for $2,500 without any mortgage. And right now, they are paying only $250 for maintenance. In jobs, I've been working together also with partners to create job opportunities in my district and to create business opportunities also in my district. Every time there is a development in my district from the city, I demand that they hire locally people in the community and they buy also supplies that they need in the community. And also they hire also hardworking people from the union. So that means I have the track record, the dedication to improve the quality of life of people. And I want to use those skills. And I want to use my track record, my ability to improve the quality of life and to better the community. I want to bring those skills to the board of Brooklyn to make sure that I can work with everybody to make Brooklyn a better place for all. Right now, the borough of Brooklyn, as the city of New York, is facing many crises, not only COVID. We have crisis. We have seen, you know, a division in the community, mistrust in the community. As somebody who have been working with people from all ethnic background, from all communities, I can bring people together in Brooklyn in order for all of us to use our God-given potentials to make Brooklyn a better place for all. Because we are all Brooklyn. We have to make sure we change the spirit in the community where we can see each other as a neighbor, as a brother, as a sister. And this is the best thing that we can do for the empowerment and the well-being in Brooklyn. That's what I want to do. That's the reason why I'm running for Brooklyn Borough President.
Okay. I want to backtrack a little bit to just your roots because I know some people might not know you were the first Haitian-born elected official to the city council. So just talk to me about, where you come from and where you settled in Brooklyn when you came here and where your home is now.
Thank you. This is a wonderful question. And let me start saying that this is also one of the reasons I want to run for borough president. I was born and raised in a beautiful island, Haiti. When I came to this country, like many other immigrants coming from all over the world, we were facing language barrier, cultural barrier. As a matter of fact, if you listen to me talking, you will hear my accent. And that's the power of immigrant. Somebody from Haiti coming to New York, facing language barrier, cultural barrier, and to get the opportunity to become the first Haitian American elected to government in New York City. This is something remarkable, history. And I want to go to both world to make sure that all immigrant people or non-immigrant people who are facing also difficulties, who have been rejected in the society, who have been undermined in the society, to help them get the opportunities that Brooklyn gave me. Brooklyn embraced me and gave me the opportunity to succeed as an elected official.
So I also want to talk a little bit, shifting now to, you mentioned that you were responsible or helped to create affordable housing in your district. I want to talk a little bit about, there's still a massive need, of course, across the borough. How would you work to create more affordable housing in the borough? And do you think there needs to be any sort of reform when it comes to the AMI that new developers will have to, abide by when they come in and they want to say, okay, we're going to get this new development, but we only need a 20-80 split based on the AMI. What's your take on that?
Yeah, this is a great question also. There's a critical need of affordable housing in the district, in Brooklyn and New York. And I've been working hard with partners to create affordable housing in my district. And I want to extend my ability to create affordable housing to the entire Brooklyn. But let me say that each community is different. Each district is different in Brooklyn. We have to approach, of course, we have to make changes. And we have to be mindful of the reality of the district where we're going to create affordable housing. One of the things that I've been pushing hard, more affordability for the apartment. Because we have hardworking people who are working every single day, paying their due to the community. Some of the time they are doing 2 jobs, but they cannot afford to pay rent. That should not happen in New York City.
And in terms of creating units that are for families, 3-bedroom apartments, because Brooklyn does not have enough 3-bedroom apartments for the families that live here. How would you do that? How would you create the space for that?
I will work together with partners and advocate also to the state and federal government to make sure that the federal government, support as a priority affordable housing. And I believe that housing is a right, is a human right. You are right. Most of the time we see that they are creating condos, 1 families. No, they have to create also 2 or 3 families because we have people with large families in Brooklyn and they deserve to have a place to live. One of the things that I want to inform you also, I never stop fighting for affordable housing. As a matter of fact, I got a new project in my district. There's a land in my district located on Church Avenue and Bedford Avenue. I've been fighting for 5 to 6 years with the administration to force them to create affordable housing in this place and to create also vocational school, training school for young people. And finally, good news, we are going to create a new project that will provide truly affordable housing in my district for the people in the area. This is the type of skills that I want to carry with me to bring to board to make sure that I create affordable housing to make sure that I improve the quality of life of people living in Brooklyn, and to make sure also that we make Brooklyn a better place for all.
Um, Kind of tied to the idea of affordable housing is rezoning projects, because the borough president does have a huge responsibility to weigh in on rezonings, and their decision goes forward to, of course, the city council and then maybe the mayor. So I know one particular rezoning project in your district right now is something that people are particularly concerned about, the upzoning of, I believe it's a Key Food on Cortelyou Road. So what is your opinion on that rezoning that's going through now? How are you weighing in? What would you do as borough president if you were looking at this particular project?
Yes, listen, I believe that my responsibility, my moral responsibility, is to respond to the need of the community, and also to do everything that I can do to improve the quality of life of people. The project that you are talking about, yes, there has been a lot of discussion and diverse opinion about it. And I know that also some people are against it, and some people also want to see affordable housing. They want to see that the project can protect and preserve the food market. But my role is to listen to everybody. At this point, as I say to both parties, both four sides, what I'm doing now is to listen to those who are for it and those who are against it, and to review the report of the Community Board 14, review the recommendation of the borough president. And from there, I will see exactly what is the best thing to do. Because of course, I'm the council member. But it could, listen, we will be able to do better when we work together to find the best for the community. That's what I say to everybody. Let's come back on the table. Let's have a dialogue, a frank, honest dialogue, to see what is the best to fulfill the need of the community, to respond to the need of the community. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so you haven't made a decision.
No, not yet.
Okay. Just in general, though, for rezoning type projects, I know like Industry City is another good example. Eric Adams favored the developer in that situation, just because the theory was to create jobs. So would you prioritize the developer and maybe job creation, or is your priority more so in housing or the community's concerns? Because the community board and the borough president were at odds in that case.
Let me tell you, I believe that the well-being of Brooklyn depends on all of us. Those who have money, those who don't have, the rich, the poor, those in the middle. It will take all of us to make sure we create a better Brooklyn. What I mean by that, of course, I want the jobs opportunities, and I've been asking, fighting for job opportunities in my district. Like, for example, Kemba 1, Kemba 2. One of my first demand and requirement is to ask for creation of the jobs. And they did create jobs. Low Skin Theater, one of my first demand is to ask the owner to create jobs in my district. I am for jobs because without jobs, people won't be able to bring food on the table, to pay the roof over their head, and to maintain their families. We need to create jobs in New York City. As a matter of fact, Brooklyn is facing a big struggle. Many people left Brooklyn, left New York, but a lot of jobs are closed. This is a time for us to use our imagination, our collaboration to create jobs in Brooklyn. And I will be fighting for job creation, but at the same token, and I will be fighting also for affordable housing. People need affordable housing. And we can do both by coming together and try to find a common ground that will benefit the community and that will also create jobs.
Okay. I have one more policy related question, and then 3 quick, fast yes, no kind of questions. Okay. Obviously, we've seen a huge break, I guess you could say, in the borough over the summer. There was a summer of violence, and then all at the same time you had protests for Black Lives Matter and a lot of conflict between the people who live in Brooklyn and the NYPD. So going forward, how do we work to prevent violence in the borough while also creating synergy between the people that are trying to protect their constituents and the constituents themselves?
Thank you very much. This is a great question also. Listen, as I said there previously, Brooklyn is all of us, regardless of our profession, our ethnic background, our faith or religion, or political affiliation. In order to have a better Brooklyn, we have all to come together. In the police department, yes, we have to do reform because the role of the police officers is to protect the community, is to do everything that they can do to protect the community. But we have to understand also, in order for them to do the job that they have to do, we have to provide them also with the resources to do the job. The parents should have a peace of mind. They should not be worried about the children when they're on the street, when their children are going to school. The people who are going to work, they should not be worried about their safety. In order to have safety in New York or in Brooklyn, we need to provide the police officers the resources that they need. But at the same time, we got to make sure that we let the police officers know their role is to protect the people. The people are not against the police, they are not the enemies, and the police officers should not be seen as the enemies. We have to make sure that the police officers who don't do their jobs, they don't belong to the police department. We have to practice no tolerance when a police officer is misuse his position, apply force to brutalize the people in the community. As I said, as a community, as Brooklyn, we can all come together because we depend on each other. I believe that we got to find a way, the best way to correct this situation, the best way to bring the community together, to heal the community, to create peace in the community. And this is going to be for the benefit of all of us. If we continue with the same spirit, I think that Brooklyn is going to suffer. It will take all of us to come with respect, to come with tolerance, to make sure that we can have a safe community, and to make sure also the police officers understand that they have to do their job.